Hey everyone, my name is Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I want to talk to you about Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher, which is book 1 in the new Lakefront Billionaires series. We know I love Lauren and her billionaires. Lauren writes great billionaires. I love them. I love them so much. And when I found out that she wrote another billionaires series, and then I discovered that this billionaires series takes place in the setting from the last book of the last billionaires series, I was stoked. I knew I had to read it, and I knew I had to read it fast. Love Redesigned is not only a billionaires romance, but it is also an kind of enemies to lovers and second chance romance. Lots of heavy tropes in this book. It is about a guy named Julian and a girl named Dahlia. They are kind of childhood frenemies. They've always been super competitive with each other and hate each other, even though their families are really, really close. They're in constant battle, constant competition all throughout high school. Then they go to college together and they're in competition there too, but they kind of decide they have feelings for each other. But when Julian's dad dies, he disappears from college, leaving Dahlia there alone by herself, grieving over this lost potential relationship. He goes home back to the lake and ends up starting this business, becoming a billionaire. Well, things go wrong in Dahlia's life after 8 years of being engaged to Julian's roommate. She moves home and they are kind of reconnected, where their past ways and hidden history from their family are difficult to hide. Lauren does it again. Another 5-star romance book from me. I loved this book. It was so good. I could not put it down. I loved the characters. I loved the families. I loved the story. It was so good. However, there are quite a few big triggers in this book. Lauren doesn't write rom-coms. There are sometimes funny situations or little banter and quips and things that happen, but they're not comedies. She writes a lot of deep things, a lot of emotional things. This book was no different. So I would definitely make sure you check your trigger warnings. If you do not like reading books with death of a parent, depression, inability to have children that is not infertility, abusive ex, genetic diseases, just make sure you know that those are prevalent going into this book. They're very, very heavy in the plot line. Spice rating is a 3. There is a good amount of spice for the length of the book. So the book is pretty long and it is really dispersed throughout, and it is not a slow burn. Okay. These characters have shared history. They've known each other forever. It is definitely not a slow burn, but once it gets spicy, it's there. Spice throughout. Like I said, I loved this book. We know I read romances for happily ever afters. This was a happily ever after, even though it had a lot of heartache along the way. I think that's one of the things that I really love about Lauren's books is she writes these real characters that are undergoing real emotions. Some of the things were hard for me to read. They hit me hard. Even though they were trigger warned, I still read them and I still really enjoyed the book. I loved that this book took place in a place that we already knew. It was kind of fun to see settings that we knew already, people that we knew already, and it just felt very homey. Like it did not feel like a cold billionaire book or like it was in this elite place. It felt very, very homey and down to earth, and I really liked that. I definitely also can see that there's more in the series coming. While this one was like an enemies to lovers, second chance romance, childhood friends, the next one is also billionaires. I believe it is a single dad nanny romance, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited for it. But as far as Love Redesigned goes, I loved Julian and I loved Dahlia, and I love that you could see that despite both of them going through struggles on their own, they grew so much like on their own and together. And it was just beautiful. I really liked the book. I really did. I also love when the male main characters get feelings first. I particularly love that in books just because I feel like I always had feelings first as the female. I don't know. When the man gets feelings first, that's my favorite. So this definitely was he realized he had feelings first and was trying to make her get feelings. And of course, it's the billionaire thing too, but they have so much history. It's just so cute, you guys. So cute. So cute. This was also definitely one of those books where it was like a day in the life. Like you just were going along with them and you got to see everything that they experienced and just be part of it. That's one of the things that I love about Lauren's books. They're long, but they're worth it. I will definitely be keeping my eye out for the second book in the Lakefront Billionaires series. I think it's going to come out this year. I never saw a date. That was in my video to look forward to for this year. I couldn't find a date on it. The title's released, but no date. So hopefully this year, I don't know if it's going to be in spring or fall. This last one was in fall, so we'll see when it actually comes. But I'm looking forward to it. If you love a good billionaires romance, definitely check out this series, this book specifically. Definitely check out the Dreamland Billionaires. Both of the series are great so far. As always, I will put a link down in the description below. I did read this book on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not sure how long or if it's going to still be there when you see this. If you like reading fantasy and romance books, I post videos on my channel weekly. Make sure to click like and subscribe if you want to be notified when I post a new video. I hope you love this book as much as I did. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys next time.